Let's talk broken access control, which is number 5 on our list. Now, broken access control is kind of like this big catch-all. There's so many different vulnerabilities that can fall into this. And you can see, scroll down here, and you can see there's quite a bit. What you need to know about broken access control is you really should know what it is at a high level. And that means that a user gets access to somewhere they shouldn't. It's as simple as that. Say, for example, that we have here a page and there is an admin section. And we're not an admin user. We should not be able to access that admin section, right? That would be broken access control if a regular user like me is able to access the admin panel of an admin. Or another one might be something like ID equals, and then we say something like 5, and we're viewing our record or our page number of 5, and we see all of our details and data. Well, we could reference a different object, maybe 6, could be a different user ID or a different page, and we see that, but we're not supposed to see it, right? That's a vulnerability. That's broken access control. So there's so many different ways that we can exploit this, and I'm going to show you one. But I want you to know, what I want you to take away from this is the high level of what you're looking for, and that is to be able to bypass access. We could do probably hours of material on just this concept, but you are looking and thinking like an attacker, right? So this is why, specifically why we have, when we're talking in the last video, we have those 3 tiers, the unauthenticated, authenticated, and admin, right? You want to know if you can access admin areas or even other user areas from an account. You want to break that access. That's how you find these vulnerabilities. So there's a lot of different ways to do this. What I'm describing here is good examples. You can, like it says, access a web page like we just talked about, or what I'm showing you, going from 5 to 6, that's what's called an IDOR, or an insecure direct object reference. We shouldn't be able to see somebody else's information unless we're meant to see it. Okay, so I want you to read over this page, and I want you to get familiar with this, kind of understand how to prevent. So everything's a little bit different depending on the vulnerability and how you should prevent it. But what it boils down to is that you need to ensure that your users do not have access to anything that they should not, right? So let's go ahead and take a look in the next video at an example, but I want you to read over this, get familiar with it, be able to understand in an interview, what you're after. If somebody says, hey, can you explain broken access control to me? You say, yeah, here's an example, or here's another example. So read through this for sure. And then again, as always, I'll post the reference down in the reference below for this website. So I'll catch you over in the next video and we take a look at something that I find quite often in web apps.